Hey, Foodie Gang, the show will be starting soon. So hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video, or follow me on Facebook if you are watching from Facebook. And let's get into it. Hey, Foodie Gang, the show will be starting soon. So hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video, or follow me on Facebook if you are watching from Facebook. And let's get into it. Hey, Foodie Gang, the show will be starting soon. So hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video, or follow me on Facebook if you are watching from Facebook. And let's get into it. Foodie Gang, Gang, Gang. Foodie Gang, Gang, Gang. Foodie Gang, Gang, Gang. Foodie Gang, Gang, Gang. What is going on, y'all? What is going on? All right, all right. I don't know if this is going to be a struggle stream or not, because y'all know I am on the road. I am on the road. And this is the 6K celebration and the kickback. You guys have been asking me to do a panel show for a while, so here we go. Here we go. And let me show y'all this. My lighting is bad, but I am here. I do not have my ring light, so I'm going to keep my camera off just because I don't have my ring light, don't have my usual equipment. But how is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? So when we were on, hold on, y'all, I almost forgot. Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. Hit the like button. subscribe and share. Keep the stove on by sending a super chat with your thoughts, super sticker or cash app to Lynette H12, which is my sister's cash app. So if you don't see my name, don't be alarmed. Follow me on social media. I have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Rumble. I am mostly on YouTube. But if you hit me up on Instagram, I will try my best to respond. So we did one live stream earlier, and your girl was eating some good food. So if you want to rewatch that live stream, gonna go head to my YouTube channel 907 Good Eats. And I do not have my studio mic, so hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I'm trying to talk as loud as possible. So, how is everybody doing today? And if you want to join the show and if you want to share your thoughts about how much you love this platform, we don't want no negativity. You can hit the link. You're going to have to come up through YouTube. So, my goal is to be here for about an hour. Like I said, I don't know how the Wi-Fi is going to hold up, but we going to stay on here for as long as the Wi-Fi allows us to stay on here. And I need everybody to hit the like button and all that good stuff. So, shortly after we got to Atlanta on the 10th, we reached the 6,000 subscriber mark. We have yet to do a food celebration, but we are going to. So when I hit a milestone, I will do a live stream on StreamYard, like on the laptop, and then I normally will cook something. Um, I did cook the other day. I made breakfast, and I was very proud of myself. It is hard when you're not in your home kitchen to cook, but we are going to do a celebration off of my phone. Those are called mobile or vertical view, whatever you want to call it. We are going to have a 6K celebration, and I'm going to eat some food for y'all. So don't worry. We have another 6K celebration coming as well. But I got to Atlanta on the 10th. Shortly after that, we reached our next milestone, which is 6K. Well, our next milestone is 7K, but we reached 6K. We have yet to do a celebration. Y'all have been asking me for a panel show, so we're going to see who's going to come up here. Okay? So I was like, okay, the thing about panel shows or just content in general, you have to have something to talk about. And this is a part that a lot of content creators struggle on. They don't know where to start, right? So when I sit up here and I be talking and talking and talking, I be talking a lot, y'all. We're over 800 videos, but I talk a lot. So I was like, okay, they want to do a panel show. What can I do? I was like, let's talk about the 6K celebration and kind of have a kickback where we're chilling. It's not, we're not talking about ice or anything difficult or anything complicated. But anybody who wants to come up here and share how much they love this channel, what this channel means to you, and if you have anything appropriate, you can share. Now, I will say earlier today on my live stream, in vertical view, it did get a little hot and steamy and wet up in here. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, we start talking about food, we be getting into I don't know how we be getting on these subjects, but it be going deep. Okay, no pun intended. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. We be talking about everything. And the topic be moving so fast that I be reading the chat. And I'm one of those content creators who reads the chat. Some content creators don't read the chat and don't talk to the people. and they just tell a story. I'll be reading the chat. I will ask you questions. I will see how your family is doing. And I'm really, really engaged, and I try to remember as many stories as I can. I really do. And now that I'm down here in Atlanta, um, there's a couple of content creators I want to meet, and hopefully I do get the pleasure of meeting them. If not, I will be back on the road, back to traveling. Do not worry. But the conversations we be having on my channel, I don't even know how we be getting here. But I tell you this, and I always have maintained this, and I really believe in this. People who work in the kitchen, who are chefs or cooks or just love to cook, I do believe they all got a little bit of crazy in them. Even when I worked in the kitchen, the conversations that we get to are crazy. Um, I believe anybody who works in the kitchen got a little cray cray in them. Now, that doesn't mean like it's a straight jacket type of crazy. That doesn't mean that. I'm just saying like crazy as in the things that they say. You're like, what? I can't believe you said that. So this is my channel is all about food. We try to keep it on food, but sometimes it do go left. But you will not see a lot of arguing, a lot of negativity. And if you do, we try our best to block all the trolls. And when I say we get so many trolls, it don't even make no sense. Because all we are doing is cooking, laughing, talking, and reviewing food. But I feel like because we are happy, the haters gonna come and they gonna try to block us just because we are happy. But I'm glad that no matter what, no matter who is trolling, who has something negative to say, I never stop making content. Despite everything that I have going on, all the surgeries, me being a single mom, having to do things on my own, one thing I can say is that my work ethic is unmatched. And as far as content creation goes, I run laps around a lot of content creators. And whether you like me or not, and you don't, or you do want to support me, one thing that you can say is that I make content, original content. Yeah, you see me replay some videos and comment on, some of the hot topics, what's going on. But the most of the content that I make is original and is my own content. I'm not stealing nobody's content. I didn't create my platform on nobody else's content. It is my own. I be cooking for real and I put in work, okay? Most of y'all, some of y'all can't even cook like that. When I say I put in work, I'm talking mukbangs, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And not only am I doing that, I'm giving you guys recipes at the same time. So I posted this post today. Let me go ahead and read it. And this is why y'all need to tap into my YouTube channel. Because no matter what nobody want to say about me, they cannot say I do not work and I be sitting up here stealing people's content. Because my content is original. I created it. And I have over 800 videos, 850 videos on this one channel. I also make children's content, and we have over 400 videos. So a lot of y'all are spending a lot of time talking about other people, and you're not spending enough time working. Okay, that's why I posted on my YouTube channel. And now that I done did all this, I could sit up here and talk my mess, okay? Because the girl don't put in the work. Okay, I don't put in the work. Now I can run my mouth. And that's what I'm going to do. And then, okay, so the post I posted on my YouTube channel was be so good they can't ignore you. Let me repeat myself 2 more times like Dr. Umar. And Dr. Umar needs to be ashamed of himself. He needs to be ashamed of himself. I haven't even gotten into that. I haven't even dug in to Dr. Umar, but he needs to be ashamed of himself. Okay, for the second time, for the people that didn't hear what I just said, be so good they can't ignore you. Let me repeat myself again. Be so good they can't ignore you. And now, with all that being said, I have over 850 videos on this one channel. Bro, my food be looking so good. The whole world is hungry. Okay, this is okay. Since I was the post, and I said you already know Foodie Gang. I keep the good food coming. I got the world hungry. So you guys can sit back and run your mouth about single moms and black women. Da, 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 da. I don't even care. Because you know what I'm finna do? I'm finna get to work. I'm finna be so good that you can't ignore what I'm doing. And that's how we got up to 6K. That's how. Less talking and more working. And a lot of y'all, if y'all got that type of work ethic, you could actually be doing something instead of sitting around hating on people. It's not necessary. And if you're good, you don't even need to do all that talking. Okay? So, I'm just going to say that. Be so good they can't ignore you. I done cooked so many meals. All different type of meals. That even if somebody said my food was nasty, I don't even care. Because everybody knows there is one of my recipes and one of my videos that they would eat. So stop it. Hey, Bridget, how you doing, girl? Bridget said, hey, 907, congratulations. Thank you so much. And I want to say this. I am happy that I make content and that all of you guys are here. And I absolutely love coming on to YouTube, sometimes Facebook, and sharing my food with you guys. I love cooking. And before, when I just cooked, sometimes I wouldn't even take a picture. But I love sharing my food with you guys. I love talking to y'all, hearing what y'all are going to eat. Like, I'm a true foodie. Like, through and through. And it was Bridget who put me on the Publix. I never knew what she was talking about until I got down to the South, Atlanta specifically, and I went to Publix. I've already made 2 videos while I was in Publix, and Bridget, I'm trying to do at least 2 more. Ava said she willing to go with me. Yes, Bridget, I need to get them chicken tenders on a salad, a sub, something. And then the last time I was in Publix, I had enough time where I could actually sit in there, but it made me mad because when I did the video, I had to run. I'm trying to be able to sit in. I like to eat and sit down and talk because I want my food to digest before I start moving around again. But I'm going back to Publix. That's the moral of the story, okay? And people be telling me, should you be eating that? Yeah, I should. Yeah, I should. And I am. What? You gonna tell me on 907 goodies if I'm gonna eat? Yeah, I'm gonna eat. Bro, everybody should eat at least 3 times a day. If y'all want to starve, be skinny, be unhappy, that's on you. Me, I'm finna be Big Bang because I'm gonna get my eat on. Okay? And I'm gonna talk to the people that want to talk to me. Y'all act like I'm supposed to be sitting around starving and mad. I'm gonna eat, okay? And if you don't like it, so what? The rest of us do. Shit, let me eat in peace. That's like, do y'all go on mukbang videos and ask them if they're gonna eat? No, you probably don't. So leave me alone. Okay. So I had lunch at Publix. I had a turkey club, and it was so freaking good. Let me tell y'all what I had on Turkey Club. I got the white sub roll, and I was gonna get the half, but I ended up getting the full one. Cause I was like, you know what? It's only a couple dollars more. I might as well get the full one so I can have some for now and some for later. This is how I be thinking, y'all. Bridget said, I love cooking too. People always tell me to start catering. I want to start a channel, but I can't be consistent. I started a page on TikTok and Instagram. TikTok and Instagram is great. It's a start. But what you can also do, there are YouTube channels where they don't post that much. Now, I post a lot because I ain't got nothing else to do. But there are channels that they don't post a lot. And, you know, you don't have to post like me. I post every day because I talk a lot and I got a lot going on. But I love talking to y'all. That's why I be up here every day. Okay. Back to the sub I had at Publix. Okay. And I should put all this in the video description of this specific live stream, but I remember everything I ate. Okay. White sub roll. I got the turkey, and then I got the cheddar, and I got it toasted, right? And then I got pickles, lettuce, because they were out of the spinach, onions, tomatoes, honey mustard, and mayo. And I got a little bit of oil on it because I didn't want it to be dry. Bro, that thing was so freaking good. I'm going back to Publix as soon as I can. Okay, Bridget, tell me what I need to put on a chicken tender sub. And that's what I want to get next time. The chicken tender. But what do you normally get on the sub? I could not remember because someone was telling me to get the buffalo chicken tender sub, and then I couldn't remember if you said chicken marinara. So I said, "Oh, I need to get turkey." But I'm getting the chicken tender sub before I leave. I'm so serious about this. Ava was like, "Can we go back to Publix?" Ava likes it too. She said, and I said, "Best friend 6K." Okay, she said, "I want to see you." Okay, this is what's going on. I got the camera here, but the lighting is bad. You see? The lighting is bad because I do not have my ring light. Next time I travel, I'm going to pack a ring light so that when I do live streams like this, I'll have the light on. And y'all let me know if I'm lagging. Y'all know I'm on the road. I'm on the road. But that's what the problem is. I don't got my ring light. So it looks crazy. Okay, Bridget said they have 3 different kinds. Chicken bacon ranch, buffalo chicken, and original. Man, why don't we got a Publix in Alaska? I'm gonna start a petition. But I was doing some research. Publix is only in the South. Okay, which one do you recommend? Just tell me your whole order. Tell me your whole order. See this. We are this serious about food. Like we be talking, y'all. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have my twin come through, so I want y'all to meet. Okay, he can meet a picture. Look, he already know what I look like. Okay, this is what's going on, y'all. Y'all missed the last live stream. It got hot, wet, and steamy up in there. Okay, there's this other content creator. Okay, you get the chicken bacon ranch. Okay, I'm gonna have to get that thing. Okay. Girl, get your mind together. She said, I said, me, can you tell I have a food content channel? Y'all make sure y'all tap into her channel. No, girl, you thinking about that MEAT. But she meant MEET. I know what you meant, girl. Ooh, you like a spicy girl. Okay, I don't really do a lot of spice. I see in the South, y'all be with the hot sauce. I went to my And I'm gonna tell y'all about Marco Polo. I'm just playing. His name is Marco, and he also goes by Styles here. I'm gonna tell you about him in a second, okay? I don't really like spicy food. I went to my other cousin's house, and on her table, she had like this little spinny thing, and it was all different types of hot sauce. They don't play in the South. They don't play in the South. Yes, Bridget said I'll be watching her channel. She makes some good food. Okay. All right, let me tell y'all about. Okay, so earlier when we were on live, I was talking about one of her moderators that's on her channel. Girl, tell me why I thought this man lived in South America. I thought he lived in South America, right? Because he makes all different type of content where he would like travel and stuff. Tell me why he in Atlanta. I said, what? Y'all, when I say the live I just did earlier today, I ate some good food, had some coffee. We was up here for 3 hours talking. So I thought he was in South America. He right next door. So now she on the lookout, and she, gonna try to set something up. We gonna see, but we are both content creators, so we can link up, make some content. Hey, I'm down here for work. I'm down here for work. I'm gonna be on my best behavior. But I said, okay, Marco, I'll be on polo. But that's what's going on with that. So let's play a game. But you know what? There are a lot of content creators that are in Atlanta, or not even just in Atlanta. When I was traveling, I went to Chicago, got stuck there for a day. Um, then I went to Alabama. Now I'm in Atlanta. Of course, safety first. Always safety first. That's why when y'all be like, what or where you at? I'm like, look, I gotta tell you a city. I cannot tell you a specific place because I do have to be safe. And someone asked me this: are you doing meet and greets? I just want to say that I don't even I don't know, I feel like a regular person. So when someone said meet and greets, I'm like, what? I'm a regular person. But before we get to that point, there does need to be security because there's some crazy people out here. But the fact that people want to meet me is definitely different for me because I feel like a regular person. But before we get to that point of meet and greets, like with the subscribers and stuff, we gotta, make sure we are being careful. Like Bridget said, we gotta make sure we be careful because people be out here be crazy. And All Star Izzy said, "We here. What's up, twin? Okay, I gotta check your channel out as well. Um, and thank you so much." She said, "Congratulations." And Breeze is my brother. Breeze be having me rolling. He is always here when we are going live, especially in mobile, vertical view or on the phone. Breeze is always here, and Breeze cooks as well. And shout out to Breeze. And that's a best friend. That's my twin all star. I see every time I come to your channel, NF, you got new friends. People. I would say one thing: people love you on this app. They really do. We really don't want you to stop. Forget about the haters. The haters will outrun anybody. Look, they hated on me so bad. They're so mad I got the 6K. But you know what? If you make good content and you are engaged with your people and you really care about your people, I feel like all that really trumps the bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? All that trumps bad stuff. Because honestly, y'all see how many trolls I have? It's crazy. But I'm not gonna allow that to stop me. Even if somebody is trolling, who cares? Because okay, okay. He's the one who was gonna have me on the panel on Friday. Okay. I really want to be there. That's the one that you were telling me is at 2 in the morning my time. So NF, you guys met her before. We did the episode about the food stamps. Y'all, she had us rolling. I'm gonna find that and post it on my phone. She came up here, joined the panel, and she be showing her face now, but when she first started, she didn't. And I'm telling y'all, I'm like, girl, you are good, you are beautiful. Yes, especially in ATL. Yeah, people are wild. I agree with you on that. Yeah, show me some of your dishes. Join my group on Facebook. Or send it to me on Instagram. But she had me rolling when she came up here. Girl don't like me neither. Hey Hawk, how you doing? Hawk is one of our friends in Atlanta as well. She was we just be talking about everything when we be up in here. Yes, but people are crazy, especially in Atlanta. I heard about the booty shorts and cowboy boots. I ain't seen it yet, but I heard about it. Ain't that a crazy combination? Like, how did you get there? No, but people don't like me either, low key. But they so mad. But when you have talent, people can't ignore it. Okay, Bridget said, I don't want to show my face. Girl, why? Y'all is tripping. These people out here is show enough ugly. If they can show their face, I know y'all can. But there is a way to do faceless content. You don't have to show your face. I be showing my face because when I got something to say, I need you to be able to look me in the eye and I want to say it. Like right now, if I have my ring light, y'all know my camera will be on, and I want when I say something, I want you to know I said it. Okay, I'm trying to put that video in the thing. But yeah, when I talk, I want you to know I said it. Shoot. And Bridget, NF said, Bridget, I don't either. Laugh a lot, peer pressure. Look, when I say something, I want you to know I said it. I don't want you to get confused with nobody else. And Matthew said, congratulations to you and have 960. No, I cannot read. 916 subscribers to go until 6K. Well, keep pushing, Matthew. Keep pushing. And what y'all out here laughing about? But yeah, when I got something to say, I want you to know I'll talk about you. Ooh, Breeze said because you Puerto Rican and Mexican. What you mean? What you talking about, Breeze? And also, I said I love showing my face. Yeah, I'm like, shoot. Now when I get look, I don't care no more. But Breezy, you look beautiful, and I love your little avatar. Yes, in fact, you gotta know it's me. Yeah, I don't want nobody else to come in and say it wasn't me. No, I want you to know I was talking about you. Like, you know what? And then, but there is a way to do faces content. You don't have to be like me. Breeze have a show. I'm gonna look you in your eye. Yes. Okay. So right now, I just had. Let me turn this down. Okay. So right now, I just had surgery, brain surgery. So I don't have that many facial expressions, but I'm gonna get them back. I'm gonna work on them. But before, when I had a lot of facial expressions, my face was like one of them faces where you could tell everything that I'm thinking. Okay, here's the video with Liliana. I think I posted it. Hopefully it works. That is the live stream I did with NF, also known as NF, where she got up here, showed her face. We had a good conversation. But yeah, I don't have that many facial expressions now. But when I did, and that's because I've been working on them a lot, so I had a lot of facial expressions. I have one of them faces where you could tell exactly what I'm thinking. So when somebody says something crazy to me on another panel show, I gotta hit it with the face. So yeah, look, this is a live stream right here where she came up and we were talking about food stamps. I think my sister and El Chivo ended up joining the panel. Yeah, look, ain't no way shame my game. And that live stream actually did great. It did 344, which is a lot for this channel and this type of live stream. Girl, they love you up here. That live stream did really good. We should have a part two. If we do a part two, are you coming back up here? Yes, you can do faceless content, Bridget. It is possible. A lot of people do it. You don't have to show your face. Yes, and that be tripping. You was tired, girl, but a lot of people be tired. Yes. Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay. It was so weird. There was this person that was from Mexico, right? That was from Mexico that I never saw again. And then I said to NF, I said, "Oh, is this your people?" Bro, she got so mad at me. She was like, "Why he gotta be my people? Just because he's from Mexico." I'm like, damn. But I never saw this person again. Yeah, she was definitely tired. This is back when she was working, so I want you to come up here when you ain't working. But on for the Friday live stream that you're gonna for the Friday live stream that you're gonna do, definitely send me the link. Okay, maybe we should do a part two. I'm gonna do that when I get back to Alaska and I get a better laptop. Cause didn't we play a couple of videos? You know what? Every time I think Mexico, I think avocados from Mexico. But look, I never saw that man again. She was like, "Why he gotta be my friend?" I'm like, "God damn, I'm just saying." Now Mexican and Puerto Rican can be short. What do you mean, Breeze? What do you mean? Yes, he was. I was trying to look up and see, but I never saw that man again. It's crazy. I want to say his name was Joey, or it was something. Um, I don't know. But yes, I always think that when I hear the word Mexico or Mexican. Oh, okay. So, are you saying that you're short? Yes. You know. Yes, and I was so proud of NF because when she came up, she had her face out. The okay, girl. She used to do, and Bridget, she probably will be a great person for you to ask about faceless content because she used to do that in the beginning of her live stream days. I tried to do it, and I was like, I could talk. I can't do this. They got to see my face when I'm talking. But I tried it, but she did really good faceless content where she would have you facing the pot of food while it was cooking. She said he back to spend the Mexican pesos. I miss him. There is nothing wrong with being fun size, okay? There is nothing wrong with that. She said, "I'm trying to play, man. I'm a 5'1". There is nothing wrong with being fun size, okay? She said, "Not me. You here to watch my content, not my look. I want to see. People want to see both. People are nosy as hell. Like, look, now I don't got my face on. I'm like, I want to see how you look, but I just don't have my camera on because it's dark. It's crazy, but those ring lights, they really do put a lot of light on you. I'm like, I never realized it, but like most content creators have a ring light or some type of extra lighting. It's like when you have the normal one in your house, it's not enough. Okay, what you want to be then? You want to be a candy bar? And then Breeze is tall. He said, I'm 6'1", it gets creepy. Look, when you be seeing them people in the store and they be behind you in line, you like, what the fuck is that hovering over me? I'm not gonna lie. When I do see tall people and they're behind me or they're like, it does get creepy. But some men, I heard like short women. Or like sometimes like I knew this guy who he had to be over like 6'3", and his girl was like she probably was like 5'1", and it was like, bro, do you gotta stand on the bed to kiss this man? Like it was too much. It was too. I have the charger. My bad, y'all. You know, kids don't care about what you got going on. They do not care. Okay, Izzy said, fun size, soft size, all size. Look, he said, I don't discriminate. Bree said, I be looking like a damn praying mantis. Look, it does get a little creepy though when the person's super, super tall and they be like looking over your shoulder. You like, bro, got my phone. But 6'1" to me is not the creepiest that I could get, but it does get kind of like what? Um, it does get a little creepy. Let me just do this. Let me just put the comments on this. Oh, okay, Liliana. So with all that being said, how tall is your man? She said, I love a tall man. I think NF, I think anyone that cooks is a loving person. She sounds like she's a loving person. She got a whole lot of love to give. And you definitely get that when you you get that when you watch your content. It's not as excessive as 6'5". Yeah, I honestly like I don't want I'm cool, like I don't want anybody over 6'5". I don't want anybody who's like super buff. I don't like all that stuff. There are some people who be in the gym like getting hella rips. Like, what do you what is your end goal here? What are you trying to get to? Like, I don't like all that stuff. How I ruin the best friend, but I don't like when the dude is super buff. Like, I'm kind of cool and all that. I don't need nobody super buff, ripped, and all that. No, because in my mind, it looks like you beat women, and I know that's not right. I know that's wrong, but it does start to look a little bit crazy. Girl, I named your man. What are you talking about? Don't do him like that. I'm tired of you doing him like that. Bridget said, right, me too. Yeah, I don't like super buff dudes. So y'all know I don't go to the gym that much. But when I was there a couple of months ago, um, so I don't go to the gym that much. But when I was there a couple of months ago, right? The dudes be like checking me out. I'm like, nah, you got too much going on. This dude, he had this T-shirt on that I kid you not, the two straps or the strings on his shoulders look like a thong. I'm like, bro, if somebody took a pair of scissors and they snipped each side, you wouldn't have no shirt on. But it's like, where did you even buy that shirt at? How ridiculous! Like we get it, you're buff. Ain't nothing wrong with a six pack, and you still like a normal person. But it's when you got I don't know. I don't like somebody to be too strong looking. But even with all that being said, there are regular looking people out here who be hitting on women, unfortunately. But yeah, this guy got the shirt on where like the shoulders looked like a freaking spaghetti strap. It was like a thong. I'm like, bro, where did you even buy that shirt from? I know they didn't sell it like that. And it's like, I think in Planet Fitness, they have a rule that you gotta wear clothes. But it's like, you know that person would be in here without a shirt on. For sure. And then, and that's, I'm allergic to the gym. But he'd be like looking at me like, what do they call that when the people have the dumbbells? I'm like, no, bro, you got too much going on, and I know you don't want to be with me because you look like you work out faithfully, and I'm only here every once in a while. But bro, this was not even a 50 cent wife beater. This was like a spaghetti strap on the shoulders. It was like a woman's tank top on top, and then a men's tank top on the bottom. But it's like, how do you even wash that thing without the straps getting caught up in the other clothes? I don't know. It just was like, did you cut that like that? Like, what is going on here? But I don't even want to be with someone who's like a gym rat because I know you're not gonna be cool with me. I got a whole eating gym. And I don't want okay, so Bree said sometimes men want the opposite. Look, that could be true, or he could probably be like, I'm gonna change her. No, you're not. I'll go to the gym every once in a while, but I'm not gonna be up in there every day. You know? And it's like, I don't know. It's like some of the men I talk to, they be going to the gym, but every day, come on now, we got stuff to do. Like if you go to the work, I mean, if you go to the gym like you go to work, I don't think that me and you are gonna work out because I don't be in there that faithfully. And yeah, you could want the opposite, but I don't even want to hear. Honey, you shouldn't eat that. I don't even want to hear it because you knew I was this size before you got with me. So, oh, so earlier on my live stream, we were talking about a little bit of change is okay, but too much change is too much. Okay, so Bree said he want a fluffy woman more than a ripped woman. Somebody was telling me like there's two ripped people can't really cuddle like that. So okay, Breeze. Breeze said, look, you ain't gonna talk about me. Breeze said he want a fluffy woman. Okay, Breeze, don't tell us that. Everybody up in here fluffy. Oh, okay. Bridget said, I love me a wife beater. We wear the hell out of them here in Florida. No, ain't nothing wrong with white beater. What that man had on, it looked like something I have never seen. And I know Amazon and Walmart's not selling them like that. He went and cut them straps and he was like, I'm about to have my whole sides out. Like, bro, we get it. You work out here a lot. All right, best friend. And if I have time, I'll head over there. I'll see if you're still live. She be doing Hangman and all that on her channel. Oh my goodness, we got Fanny P up in the building. Fanny P, how you doing? Breeze said he want a soft woman. He said, okay, well, Breeze, this is a soft city over here. How you doing, Ophelia? What's going on with you? No, NF has a lot to do. She has her own channel as well. She got the kiddos. She be cooking. She got a lot to do. And she does a hangman on her channel, food, all that stuff. So y'all make sure y'all tap in with her. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I don't want a super ripped man. Like I'm okay. You don't even have to. You can have a little belly. You know that thing can't be looking pregnant. Oh, and then Bree said he got a six pack, but he says that he wants a soft woman because that's what he prefers. So, ladies, let me ask y'all, what type of man do you prefer? Do y'all want somebody who's ripped? A six pack is okay, but I'm talking about the pecs when they're like crazy big. Or do y'all want a man with a little beer belly? I don't mind a little bit belly, but it can't be looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay. Like if the person doesn't go to the gym, that's okay with me too. I'm not super picky, but I'm just saying the strong looking man. No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But Breeze, you sound like you look reasonable from when I seen you on your Instagram. You wasn't looking crazy or super big muscles. But I was watching the lead attorney and he was saying the same thing. He was like, men, you don't have to have super large arms and big pecs. Women don't really care about all that stuff. And I agree with him. That's what I'm thinking. Bridget said, I want him kind of fat so we can eat together. Yeah, I don't want to hear, like, if I go to the kitchen at night, if I go to the fridge and I'm eating something, I don't want him to be like, baby, you shouldn't be doing that. It's bad. Like, I don't want to hear all that. I want you to tell me, hey, baby, can you go give me a snack? I got the munchies. That's the type of stuff I'm trying to hear. Like, now, with all that being said, if your woman is 400, 500 pounds, yeah, of course you should step in. But when I want me a midnight snack, I don't want to hear nothing about it. I want to have no problem. And Bree sounds like, even though he is physically fit, he sounds like he is a foodie as well. That's okay with me. But I don't want you to be like, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. Now, if I end up with a muscular man, that man changed my opinion. With all that being said, because you really don't know who God has for you. All we could do is put in our little recommendations and say what we would like, but what ends up happening is going to be totally different. And I wish my metabolism didn't allow me to get fat. Yeah. I'd be so jealous of people that can just eat whatever they want and they never gain weight. You know what I'm saying? Because like, there's some people who eat something, immediately go to the scale, or not immediately, but go to the scale. They put on a whole 5 pounds. You're like, damn. You're like, damn, that sucks. You're like, all I did was eat a couple of cookies and all that stuff. But we are at 6K. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel so that we can be at 7K one day. That's a good point. Sorry, y'all. Bree said, I pray to God. Just give me somebody that can deal with me. Sorry, y'all. Woo. Woo, I need some hot tea, some hot coffee, something. That's a good point, Breeze, because right now it's not looking too good for me. Okay, what time is it? Okay, so yesterday my cousin made a little southern feast. I got pictures from yesterday, and I have some of the food that I'm gonna eat with y'all in vertical view. I'm gonna share that with you guys. Some little dinner. So I have fried chicken, mac and cheese, homemade yams, ham, and I think I have some cornbread. Y'all, we finna be eating good tonight. We finna be eating good tonight. Yes, he sure did throw down. And I posted a picture of it on my community tab, but he threw man, y'all, he made me want to move to Atlanta. I'm like, what the hell am I doing up here in Alaska? Arguing with these folks, cooking all this food. I could come down here and be with people who are like me. But that's all gonna happen in God's time. If I'm meant to move to Atlanta, I'll move to Atlanta. And wherever I'm meant to go is where I'll go. And hey, G Honda, he said, congrats on the 6K Big Bank. Yes, we are at 6K and counting, and it's such a blessing. And I will say this to all my content creators who want to make content and are making content, don't give up. Don't give up. That is the difference between a million, 30K, 60K, and one subscriber is that they never gave up. And like every day that you live stream or you make content is not going to be a good day. I did some live streams where I walked away mad and I didn't have good live streams, but I always came back the next day with more content. So I feel like what we have to do as content creators is not give up. That is like the hardest part, especially when you feel like nobody is watching. Let me tell you something. They're watching. They might not be commenting though. And there are videos that I posted in the video tab of my page where I'm like, dang, those didn't get a lot of views. But the views over time will rack up. And sometimes you post a video, nobody will watch it. You come back a year later, you're like, what the heck? So you never know, like even when you post a video, it can become relevant again. It is the weirdest thing. And thank you, Bridget. I loved these blue braids. I did them in 2020, and then I had to cut all my hair off because I had the emergency brain surgery. And then this picture is from 2023, I believe. I redid the blue braids because I love them. Now I have dreads, but I would definitely do these again if I didn't have dreads. I know that some people will put like wigs on the top of their dreads. I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing all that. I'm just gonna let my hair be how it's gonna be. And then Bree said, "Let God lead the way." Exactly. That's all you can do. Is just pray about it and keep going. Bree said, "Never give up, never surrender," and that's why they're mad because I'm not giving up no matter what goes down. At this point, I feel undefeated. And then Izzy said, "Facts. I have many secret watches. I'm telling you, they be in the back, not trying to say nothing, but at the same time, they giving you that view. And anything good? How have you been? I haven't seen you in a couple of days." He said, "Where is the food?" This is why I love you. Okay, you missed it. Earlier today, I ate some really good food. I had some corn on the cob, broccoli, fried fish, uh, shrimp, and sausage. Really, really good. But for dinner, I'm gonna have some fried chicken, mac and cheese, some candy yams, and some cornbread and ham. So there is food on this channel. And how have you been doing? Anything good? Oh, you said busy outside. Um, Ain't nothing wrong with being busy. I'm glad to see you in here, so I know that you're doing all right. And thank you so much, Izzy. I will definitely be checking out your channel as well. He said they take notes. They sure do. They sure do. They're like, man, I can't stand this girl, but how can I be like her? Get to work. That's how you can be like me. Get to work. Yes. And anything good, so I need cornbread. Yes, I got some cornbread. My family loves cornbread. Anytime they cook a southern meal, they will have cornbread. My dad, he used to make cornbread with every meal. And that's how I think that I got burned down cornbread because he made it all the freaking time. But that is what I'm eating for dinner. I got I got the food already. Excuse me. I got the food already ready to go. Yeah. Oh, so I did go live earlier. We was up here for a minute also. And we had a great conversation earlier. You know, I feel like on this channel we always have good conversations. You know, and that's why I'm always up here every day, all day. People don't understand. You know, people don't understand food the way we do food again. We will talk about. Okay, so the other day when I made breakfast, I made grits, and somebody from the UK or Britain was talking about cornmeal porridge. And we went into that, we went down the rabbit hole and we looked up why are grits white? What's the difference between cornmeal and polenta? Like it got so deep. The reason why grits are white is not because they are bleached, but because they are made from white corn. I never knew that. I never knew that grits are made from white corn. Put a one in the chat if you knew that. And Bridget was here. We went down the rabbit hole, right, Bridget? Hey, Angela, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? Yes. Okay. So he was from Britain, and he said that he made cornmeal porridge. I was like, what? And when he said that to me, I was like, you're not from the U.S., are you? We don't even use porridge. We don't even say that. I don't say that term, and I haven't heard that a lot in the UK. Um, I mean, in the US. But yeah, he said cornmeal porridge. So then we went down the rabbit hole. Why are grits white? What is the difference between oatmeal? I mean, not oatmeal, cornmeal and polenta. And we And then Breeze said, that's a tether breakfast. Look, I don't think he was. Okay, Breeze, I'm going to ask you a question. I don't want y'all to judge me because a lot of this stuff I'll be learning from Breeze about. Does a tether have to be a certain color? Does a tether have to be white or black, or it just can be anybody? But Breeze be teaching me a lot of this stuff, and I would say, as far as Black history is concerned, I have learned more from YouTube than I ever did in school. Like the real history of like what's really going on. See, Breeze, this is why we need you here, Breeze. Bridget said, what's a tether? Girl, it's this term that I always hear them saying on YouTube. They be calling, in my opinion, everybody a tether. And Breeze said no. So a tether doesn't have to be a specific color. Okay, a tether is others who undermine us, black or white. Like a lot of this stuff I did not hear until I hopped on YouTube. Like the tether, I heard FBA before, but I didn't really know what it meant. There's it's a whole situation over here on YouTube. Like, wouldn't they consider Fat Joe a tether because of some of the comments that he's made? Reed said tethers are immigrants who undermine FBA. Look, see, Bridget was me a couple months ago, and sometimes you can't even ask the question; they'll talk bad about you. And we got Angela up here. What's going on, Angela?
Oh, sorry. I was doing something
Can,
else. How you guys? How is everyone?
good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hey, how you doing, Angela?
Hey, 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 hey. What's going on? What's going on? What's the subject?
Girl, we just having the 6K celebration kickback. We talking about everything and everybody. Right now, we talking about tether. Where what is a tether and all that stuff. But anything you want to talk about or that you want to share, feel free to. We just kicking back.
A tether like on your ankle tether? Like,
No, a tether
oh,
is
man.
tethers are immigrants who undermine FBA. Girl, it's a whole movement out here, and Breeze is telling us all about
Oh,
it.
okay. I don't think I've heard of this before.
How was your day, though, Angela?
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm going out to gamble later.
Okay, okay.
Just a little bit.
Do they have like casinos in San Antonio?
They have what's called gambling rooms or gaming rooms. Gaming rooms.
Oh,
And
I
they
remember
only
the one
have,
you were telling me about.
yeah. Yeah, they just only have slots and it's particular rules to it. Like in a casino, you get paid whatever you win on the machine, but at game rooms, you get paid in increments of five. Right, so you can get paid $40, but if you have $40.50, you have to leave the 50 cents on the machine. Get it? Or like $45 and 19 cents, they get to keep the 19 cents on the machine. You get the $45. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy though. As
That's how
far
they
as
do it. That's how they do it. So that's just how it is. You can win big, you can lose big too. So, but it's increments of five only. But it's still,
wow,
if you want to go and gamble for a little while, it's okay. They have a bunch of different gambling rooms out here, a bunch of them.
what's the most that you ever won?
At a game room or gambling in general.
Both.
I won 2,000 out here since I've been out here at a game room in one sitting, um, in one spin, I should say. And then the most I've won is somewhere around, um, let me see, was it seven? I think it was around seven, it's like 72 or $7,300 many, many years ago in Vegas. Yeah,
Wow.
but
So
I've
you
lost
got the
just a
luck
bunch.
with you. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, but it's taking years. It's taking years to lose. But I used to go to Vegas a lot, a lot. But I had a lot of friends back then. I've since over time things change. Your circle gets smaller. Blah blah blah. Yeah,
It
I've
sure
never
does get
used this before.
smaller.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, you know what, Angela? I think this is the first time I ever see you come up here. I am always honored when people come up here for the first time.
Yay. I'm excited. This is cool. I don't know. I don't see any comments or anything like.
Okay, so we're gonna wait for her to come back. She could have hit a button. StreamYard is very, very finicky. So, Reed is out here educating all of us about FBAs and what it is. And just because someone asks a question about the FBA situation doesn't mean that we think any less of it. It's like we really don't know these questions or these answers. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate Breeze educating us. Angela, are you back?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, so I think I got it. I don't hear anybody else, or I don't see anybody else.
Okay, so StreamYard did change some things around.
Okay.
And are you on your phone or you're on your
Yeah,
laptop?
I'm on a phone. Remember, I'm locked out of my laptop. I don't have that. Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay, okay. So because they changed things around, I don't know how to pull up the comments yet. If
Okay.
anybody in the chat knows how to pull up the comments, um, let her know. But in the meantime, Angela, girl, talk to me. So I remember you telling us about the homelessness
Oh
situation.
yeah,
Do
yeah.
you feel comfortable sharing that story?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, girl. We here to listen.
It's really I was saying it's complicated, but because I have the house, but in a nutshell, I worked for a bus company in LA, the biggest bus company in LA, MTA. I was there for 28 years. I recently retired a few months ago. I'll be 48. I'm sorry, 48, 58 in November. Okay, so I got hurt. Slip and fall type of accident, but unfortunately, it's led to um, surgeries, right? I'm an old woman, y'all. I have had my back. I have 8 screws in my back, lower back, and I've had a right hip replacement. And I know, unfortunately, I'm gonna have more back surgery. Okay, so when you're on workers' comp, because it's their fault, they're admitting it. No problem. They're paying for everything. But after you've been out for 2 years, they totally lower your money, and I can tell the money because I'm open. So I was making close to like $2,700, right, every 2 weeks. That's decent, right? But then when you're out more than 2 years, they stop that type of money, and they only pay you $580 every 2 weeks, right? Now, I had an apartment, been in that apartment for that many years. However, and I don't spend a lot because I've been in that apartment so many years. The rent was only, I'm saying now what the rent is like $1,000. The 1 bedroom, nice corner unit, pretty big. Okay, but that's a little steep when you have other bills, right? And you have only like close to $1,100 coming in a month. You feel me? We're following so far.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Oh,
here.
oh,
Thank you for
okay,
sharing with us too. And I'm
sure.
praying for you. I hope you
I'm
don't
fine. I
you
am totally, totally fine. The story gets better. Things
okay,
always get worse
okay.
before it gets better, right? So, okay, now I got the house that I bought. I got a mortgage. I've got credit card bills. You're paying for whatever happens with your vehicle, just like everybody else. Normal life. But when you're making $1,100, you know, a month, you got to make some pimp decisions, right? So I left my apartment. Well, sort of. I took in a roommate. Remember, we were talking earlier about roommates, and I think it was Grace talking about renting out her room, blah blah blah. Anyway, I took in a roommate, and things didn't go well between us. So I don't spend much time at all, really, at the apartment. And in turn, she pays for the apartment, and I move to my car. That's how I ended up in my vehicle, right? Okay. So I'm not going to say any more about that arrangement, if you understand, but we're going to leave it there as far as that apartment. Now, now that I'm in my car, not being able to afford the rent because I'm only making 1,100, right? And I know the next person is going to say, "Yeah, but you got a house, you can go live in that." That's still a mortgage, right? and that mortgage was more than 1100. Right. So, and you got, like I said, regular
Oh,
bills, credit cards. Okay. So, how are we going to pay that? And not wanting to lose the house. And I really don't want to move here to Texas, but I might end up doing it. Don't. That's another story, though. So, I ended up staying in my vehicle. And yes, parking in different places. We can go into about homelessness if you want in depth another way. But I'm just telling my story. I do sleep in different places in my vehicle. I drive a RAV4. I have a what you call it, memory foam, like in the back of my car, and then on the other side um, of my vehicle in the back, I have like food and a camping stove, and almost like I'm camping all the time, right? It can be glamorous to some people, but I have a portable toilet. People want to know about stuff like that. How do you shower? I haven't been yet, but I have a Planet Fitness membership. You can always go there. I actually haven't done that yet, but I will, end up doing it. And then I'm also going to do some of my rehab there, walking on a treadmill, because of the back surgery. So I can basically go wherever it is I want to go, and do whatever it is I want to do, because since the money got so low, I didn't have a choice. And that's the part I'm struggling with. A lot of people, I think earlier you were talking about, a lot of people don't want to work. A lot of people don't want to work. I wanted to work. And my job was actually some things that people probably would never want to do. But I'm one of those people who clean the buses and train people to clean the buses. And I have cleaned up just about anything you can think of. Yes, feces on the walls, on the floors, yeah, on the windows, brain matter from a shooting. Yes, plenty of blood, urine, um, saliva, spit, drugs, cocaine, COVID buses. You name it, I've probably done it, right? I started off as a bus driver, but I didn't want to do that anymore. So I transferred over to the maintenance side, and that's how I became a service attendant and then the actual lead man to train people in how to do those things. So that was my job. So once I didn't have much money coming in, I had to retire. I'm already injured. I still wanted to go back. I still had time to go back. But MTA was making it clear, we're not giving you any more money except for the 580 every 2 weeks. And that money is money that's going to come from my settlement later on down the line. So I had to get more money in and make a decision. And I retired. And now I guess it's the good part is that now I make more money being retired than I did when I was working. Yeah. But I don't want to live in an apartment. I want to keep traveling. So So that's where I am right now. That's what I'm doing now. That's how I ended up coming out here to San Antonio when they had the big floods in Kerrville, and over 170 people lost their lives. And making up baskets, and I can't do any shoveling and stuff like that, right? But I can get on a little assembly line and stand up for a while, or they got me a chair and we're just making up food baskets, to take out to people, because they still have a lot of damage here, a lot, and they still have a lot of um, water, a lot of rain, coming to and fro, back and forth, right? So that's where I am now. That's what I'm doing now. But that's over with. I'm going back to LA, doctor's appointments, and then I'm going to disappear again. Then we're going to Vegas, right?
yes,
There
Angela,
we
that
go.
was a crazy story. Thank you for
So
sharing that.
there you go. Yeah. So I do have tenants.
Wow.
I do have a house out here. Oh, not in San Antonio, but in Orange. That's like 5 hours away. But their money pays my mortgage, right? So that's another reason why no, I'm not living at my house. Screw that. And until it's paid off,
Oh, I see what
right?
you're saying. Do
Yeah,
you
because I know
raise?
you were like, you not homeless, girl. You got a house.
But I get what you're
Yeah,
saying though. Like they're
yeah,
keeping helping you stay afloat. Do you
right.
raise the rent on them at all, or have you ever done that? And what's the
I've had that.
member?
I got the house in late 22. So what? That's like 3 years, and I started them out at 1,300, and I just raised the rent this year to 14. That's it. That's it. Just 1,400. Didn't change anything else. Don't change the late fees or not, and they never pay on time ever.
Well, you're
Mm-mm.
nicer than me. Like, get out.
Well, they pay the late fees though, so whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, I never have a problem with them paying the late fees. They are ex-military, both of them, husband and wife. Um, Older couple in their 70s. He works at a plant out there, I guess to supplement their income, whatever. They asked me, could they change? Now, you know what? Maybe this is good for your group. I want to ask this question if you don't mind.
and then Angela, before you begin, I'm sorry because I didn't really understand your story till you
I know you
explained it,
didn't.
and I'm
I know.
glad you came up here and like broke it all down because
Yeah.
you done silenced the Fuji gang.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. And I don't hear anybody else but you, and I don't see any comments. So you have to tell me, what people, because I'll take the good,
Yes,
bad, and the ugly. I'll take, good comments, bad comments, whatever. I just know that I did what I felt I had to do, and with the knowledge I had at that time, right? So homelessness can come in all different, forms and fashions, right? I'm not close to my family. I talk to them, but it's a trip when you can't sleep in your own sister's house, but she'll let you sleep outside, right outside in my car, but like 3, 4 feet away from her door. Yeah. She'll let me in to use the bathroom and maybe cook something every once in a while, but I can't
ugh.
sleep in her house. But I can sleep. I mean, yeah, but I can't sleep in her house, but I can sleep right outside her door on the street.
Oh
So
my
I'm just saying
goodness.
there's a whole bunch of ways of, being homeless, if you will, right? I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not angry about it. It just is. Yeah. So,
Wow, Breeze had this question a long time ago. Uh, he said, "Wait, you didn't have no man?" And I just want to say this before you go,
no,
Angela. Even couples are homeless, so that's not
absolutely.
gonna be like because you have a man, you ain't gonna be homeless. That's not the case.
That's not the case. Families are, there's so many children walking around downtown Los Angeles and moms. And, I volunteered at those same shelters. I've never lived in a shelter. Fortunate to have a car. And I hope that I never get to that point. I don't believe I will. I'm pretty smart with my money. But every American household really, truly is one emergency away from homelessness.
Hey man, I know that's right. You can be
And
up
they really
today and
are.
down tomorrow. Y'all better humble yourselves.
They really, really are. I never thought that something like this would happen to me. Ever. Ever. But life changes in the blink of an eye. Yeah.
It sure does.
So I forgot what my question was gonna be, but whatever.
He said, "Why don't you have a man?" And first of all, men are not easy to
Don't
come
you really
by.
hate that question though? I mean, men and women, don't you really hate that question? And I really don't like to use the word. I don't use the word. I just used it though. And it's I usually don't use the word hate or promise because I can be a really big kid sometimes. And it's like, mom and dad are raising you and dad comes home because he already told you, you're going to Disneyland and it's Saturday, right? But, you're all hyped up, and happy and getting ready and dad gets a phone call, right? Because they want him to come in on overtime. So I'm sorry, baby, but we're gonna have to reschedule that and go to Disneyland another time. No, but you promised. You promised that we was gonna go. I'm that 7-year-old. So don't promise me. How about you just say, you know what? I'm gonna do the best I can do. Right? I'm going to try my best. But don't promise me. Because then I really will be that 17-year-old, be like, damn, I'm so disappointed. That's the only thing I think disappoints me is promise. Otherwise, I don't really get disappointed because I don't put myself in a position to expect anything from anybody. I can't afford to do that. So, yeah. But anywho, Not to be so damn serious. Sorry. Got a little heavy, huh? Got a little heavy. My bad.
Look, Angela, they ask me why I don't got no husband all the time. I say,
Yeah, I
because
don't.
you
Yeah, I
niggas don't
mean,
act right.
right. Absolutely. You don't have a job. Well, why don't you have a job? And then you don't have a legitimate reason. I don't believe in excuses. So, and I
Exactly.
don't believe in adults saying, I don't know. No, you don't get the right to say, I don't know once you're past 18 because you're an adult now. You have cognitive thinking. You know why. You just won't stop to take out the time to tell somebody why you did what you did or said what you said. But you know why, right?
They
You know,
said they said you sound like Stacey Dash.
oh my God. I'm so not loving her, but I can understand some of the things that she says. So yeah, if that's the case with a
But you
Republican
know what,
ass.
Angela? I thought you would have like an old lady voice or something. No, you sound like
Oh
you
wow.
don't.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up and come back all crickety and rickety and rockety. I used to do phone sex back in the day. How about that?
Ooh, I could tell.
I did. I went by, I mean, gosh, you guys, that was like 20, 30. Oh my God, it's longer than that. It's like 30 years ago. Right. And I did. I went, check this out. I went by Jamaica. How about that? I didn't even use an accent, but I
Ooh,
could,
girl,
man.
you been
Truly, I could.
practicing.
But I did. I don't know why I picked that name. And I did pretty good. I might have to pick that back up now that I think about it. It's
You
pretty good
know,
money.
girl, these men out here is thirsty, so that might work for you.
Oh, I did back in the day. I don't know. I don't know if it's still popular or anything now, but yeah, I didn't have a job, and a friend of mine was doing it, and I did it where I was my own business. You know, your own. But I worked from home instead of in the office in Hollywood, and it was pretty lucrative for me. Yeah, whatever.
Angela,
God, I
I did
forgot all
not
about that.
expect you to say that.
Well, sorry. Okay, I'm lying about everything. I don't lie
Angela
like
came
that
out
because
here and
I can't keep
dropped
up
some
with life.
bombs on us.
Uh-oh. Never mind. I'll stop talking about my past. Moving on. Who's next? Look,
Empress
who's
said,
next?
"Yeah, my parents
I'll be
promised
quiet.
me Disneyland or
Yeah.
Disney World as a kid. Never happened."
Okay, there you go. So, but I don't have a guy because you don't have a job, or you don't have a car, or you don't have an open mind, or you don't want to travel. Um, you know, I'm single because you don't pull my hair, whatever. It's a whole
Woo!
bunch of reasons why I'm single, right? I mean, just saying, what the hell? I mean, yeah, I don't know.
And
Right?
you know
See,
what?
I don't
When
know.
people say,
I
"Why
know.
don't you have a husband?" It's always your fault.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, like they look at
Absolutely.
you like it's your fault. And Bree
Right.
said, "Couples that are homeless are bad couples."
Okay, well, at least they got each other, if nothing else. They can be
Yeah.
hungry together. I mean, shit. I'm just, I'm just saying. That's all relative, isn't it? What the fuck?
It's like y'all got when somebody's single, and then when they homeless together, it's a problem. Ain't no winning.
Right. So come on now. Let's really think about that. But all right. Yeah, hey, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. It's all good. But
Ah,
yeah, I am single. Been single a long time. Been celibate a long time. Oh my God.
ooh, have you ever been married before, Angela?
Okay. So
Oh
I always tell
snap!
people sort of, kind of, right? Because I got married in the 90s, 91. And oh God, this was a blessing in disguise. I swear. You're supposed to file for a wedding certificate. What do you call it? Marriage certificate. And our marriage certificate expired 3 months after we got married. California never recognized our marriage because we never filed for a marriage certificate. No blood testing, no nothing. So legally, no, never been married. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to married, wedding pictures and all of that. But yeah, no. So that's why I say I've sort of been married. I was married for 3 months, and there you go. But that was a blessing because he ended up beating my ass and all kind of stuff. So
What? Well, I'm
yeah.
glad that you got
Oh,
out of that whole
absolutely.
situation. If that's,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know what, I think it's so crazy. People will wait till you get a kid or a marriage and then flip the script.
And
And I
show their ass.
experienced this.
Show their entire ass. He was not like that when we got together. He was not. But it is what it is. I even caught him in the bed with somebody at her house. Yeah. Oh
Wait,
boy.
wait, wait! You caught him in the bed with somebody at her house?
Uh-huh. With
Wait, what do
her.
you mean her? What do you
Okay,
at her? Oh my
he and I
goodness!
worked for a rental car agency, right? But then I ended up getting fired from the rental. Well, they gave me a choice. You leave, you know how that you either leave or you get fired type of thing. Pick choose whatever you want. All right. So I don't work there no more. So I didn't have a job. She didn't have a job either. She had 4 kids and she was a friend of ours. Okay, we used to all play cards together. So he worked graveyard. I'm wondering, why aren't you coming home like you usually come home? You can't, you gotta be careful with that. Now you threw a monkey wrench in your schedule. You think a chick ain't gonna know? Come on now, bruh. All right. So we had a roommate though, an older lady that was a roommate. All right, so we all in the apartment. Anyway, I asked her to take me over to homegirl's house, just on GP. And I see our car there. I must be tripping. Am I tripping? I must be tripping. I go up to the door. Her kids answer the door. All right, my girlfriend's sitting in her van outside. I said, they call me auntie, because we know each other. Bedroom door is closed. Oh, boy, here we go. So I open the door. He drilling, laying pipe like, he the he
What?
the electrical company or the plumber or some shit, whatever. Okay. I grab his pants. I grab the keys. I said, keep going. Work it out. I close the door. No, 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 you don't understand. Bitch, what I don't understand? His dick in your... Okay, bye-bye. So I close the door. Auntie, I said, I'm going to see y'all later. I got to go real quick. So I'm trying to rush out the house, though, because I ain't trying to get no confrontation. I'm just leaving. Whatever. Grown-ups, adults in my world, meaning in my mind, make time for what they want to make time for, right? So you made time for what you wanted to make time for. I'm not even telling you to stay there. But right now, this is what you made time for. So what I'm making time for is me. And what you didn't know was the nights when you were off from work and the days where you were sleeping before you went to work. I taught myself how to drive a stick shift because I told you don't buy that stick shift. I won't be able to drive it. But you did it anyway. And we only had one car. So while you weren't conscious, so to speak, I went out and I burned the shit out of that clutch until I learned. So when I left her house with him stroking, I got in the car and took off like it wasn't SHI to the T. Yeah. Mhm. And then he came back home and we got into it and blah, blah, blah. We stayed together and moved somewhere else. Well, actually to his mother's house. And then he got in a fight with his sister and beat her up and then grabbed me and choked me out and then put me
He
unconscious and
his
broke my toe.
sister?
Then I woke up off of the floor, ran out the house, and he grabbed my hair. And then my hand got caught in the chain link fence and then started bleeding. And I got away, got in the car, and I took off. And we haven't been together since. And that was in the 90s. So, yeah, I've been sort of kind of married. Next subject, please.
Wait, hold on. What's up, Slim Jim Longfoot? This was a man that you had married for like 3 months?
Legally, 3 months. We were together for some years. Yeah.
What? This is crazy. He beat his sister up?
Hmm. They both
Oh,
were alcoholics and they got into an argument and they always argue when they drank. I don't have anything wrong. I'm having me a cocktail now. I don't have anything wrong with drinking. Just don't go in excess. But later on, guess what? I ended up going in excess of it. Yeah.
girl,
I
I
tell you,
feel like
I'm
I
gonna tell you
need a
the
drink
good, the
hearing
bad,
this
and the ugly
story.
about me. So hmm?
I feel like I need a drink hearing this story. This is crazy. Hey,
I
you know
know,
what,
right?
Angela? I believe every word you say because you
Oh,
don't
good, because
strike
I
me
lived
as
it.
someone who be lying and making up stories. I believe
Nah,
everything you saying.
I can't. I'm not saying I've never lied in my life, but really, in this point in my life, actually, quite some time ago, I can't because I don't know how to keep up with that shit. Once you lie, you got to keep up with that lie,
Yeah.
right? And no, I can't do that. That's too much work. I got other stuff to think about. So no, no, yeah, especially when you have major things happen to you. You don't forget that. You just don't. So yeah, that's that. Moving on.
That was crazy. Okay, so let me ask you a couple questions. Bree
Mm.
said you let him keep effing. She got it right in there, it sound like.
Did we? Did
Or
he and I?
no, him and the other
Because
girl.
I don't know. I don't. I didn't stick around and watch. I mean, I've just watched people before, but not in that capacity. No,
And that was
opening
in
up the
the end of
door.
'90s. Have you had a serious relationship since
Since
then?
then, yes. Huh?
Well, I know you have because you looking good, Angela.
Oh God, please. Hey, I
Woo!
used to weigh 363 and a half pounds. And no, I've had no weight loss surgery. I killed myself to lose weight. I
Oh, I
did.
remember you told me that you started with
Yeah.
the gastric
Yeah.
bypass
I did
diet.
Atkins. I did Atkins when Atkins was really coming out strong, or getting famous, I should say. And that was really, really hard. But I'm not at no goal weight. I'm like right under 200. So the picture you see is earlier this year. I'm still that. Um, but 140, 150 would be great for me. But I am not that girl. I am a good solid 180, 185. So it just is. It just happened to maybe fall kind of right. Look, kind of right. Not perfect,
Yeah.
but I'm working on it. Yeah.
Yeah, girl, me too. I'm working on
Look, that's what
it.
58 looks like. Okay. I might as well claim it because November, yeah, that's what 58 looks like. So,
That's what I'm
but
telling
then
you too.
hell,
I'm working
look at
on
Halle Berry.
it.
She's around my age too. Look how beautiful she is, right?
Yeah, they
So,
love some Holly Berry. So, Angela, do you see yourself? Do you
mm.
want to get married? Do you want to find a partner, or do you want to stay single and do you?
Oh no, I would love to be committed with somebody. Absolutely. That would, oh man, that would be great. But they have to have my lifestyle now. I mean, my life is just totally. I don't see me really truly having an address. Maybe, maybe. I'm not totally. I'm not going to settle down and live in a house. I might have a house or a condo somewhere, um, but I'm not gonna be there much. It might be my refuge for a minute. That might be the place I have an address, right? And come back to for a week or two or something like that. But um, if you, if anybody is really truly interested, my life would be like she goes by Liberty Serenity. I love her life. She travels. She's married. She has a home. Uh, she's in, I think she's in Virginia or Maryland right now, DMV, whatever. And I would absolutely love that. Like, I would love to travel with somebody and alone. The whole van life thing, truly. And they must be into that. They must be able to do it, or at least accept me doing it. Yeah, even if they don't want to do it, but they gotta accept me doing it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I agree with you because I was just saying the same thing about like the foodie thing. If I
yeah.
got with someone, I would not want them to try to like shut down my content or tell me that I couldn't do
Absolutely not
it.
right.
Like you don't got
Right.
to be in the videos, but you don't need to be tearing it down, because
No,
like this is something
no.
I love to do.
This is what I love to do. This is my business. This helps pays the bills. This helps relieve stress. This helps me get to know and learn things about people. I absolutely love your channel. Absolutely, but you know this already. So yeah.
Well,
So
thank you, Angela.
there's no way I could compromise me being you. No way I could compromise that part. That's a given. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
I'll,
I feel like
you know,
it's sad when you get with someone and they try to change who you are.
yeah, right, right. They can smoke. I don't, it doesn't bother me. I quit smoking last year, April 28th. Yay, Angie. But I did. And I smoked for many, many years. Cigarettes. I don't do anything else. Not knocking anybody who does. I tried weed 3 times in my life, 3 times only. Not for me. Just, give me a vodka bottle. We'll be fine. That's what that is.
And Bree said I'd worry about her too much. If your woman lived in the van or like was on the road, like
Oh,
Angela,
right.
is that
I'll
what
pop
you're
off these
saying?
fake nails so quick, honey. Please. I gotta believe me. I'm gonna buy me another gun. I had a gun many years ago, and I have no problem using one. No problem going to the range. I would love that as a hobby, especially with a partner. That would be great. I did it with my ex, the one I'm talking told you guys about. Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's how
still with
long
a gun.
ago I was a gun owner. Yeah, yeah, that was a long time ago. But I had a 9 millimeter. It was great. Yeah, I'm into
You know
hunting.
what?
I'm
I
into
think that's
fishing.
a
I'm
good
not
idea to
squeamish.
have that
Yeah,
on the road. You know, I think that's
right. I
smart.
mean, I have. That's the one thing that van lifers kill me about. They tell what they have. I have certain defenses for me. Never tell nobody though what you have. That's kind of dumb because then they know what you got and they come in and they're gonna have the adversity to it. So, but I'm not totally unaware, right? Or defenseless, if you will. I'm not saying nothing can't happen to me. I'm not saying that I don't get scared. I broke down at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning in the Arizona desert, praying to God my car would start and make it, and it did. But I mean, it was pitch black. There was nothing around. I was praying for a deer. Bambi, where the hell you at, bitch? But nope, nope, not even her.
Angela, I could
Thumper,
not
nothing.
even imagine
It
van
was
life.
scary. It
Like,
was really, it was. If you don't hear birds and an owl, you don't even hear a snake slithering. There's something wrong. You don't need to be here, right? All I'm looking for is where is the white covered men at? Because I'm about to get killed out here. You know how the black people always die first in the movie. Sure.
yeah, I was watching on the road with Queen Latifah and Ludacris. I can't do van life. I'm too scary.
Okay. But you can customize van life to your liking, right? You
I
don't
don't even
have to
like
go
driving
sleep in
that
the
much.
forest. You don't. You can always I have some of the best sleep at truck stops. I really do. They are so freaking busy. They have so many people around. You can, pay for a shower at if you've never been to a Bucky's, just go to Bucky's just to eat. My
I want
God.
to go to one of those
Oh
restaurants
my
or one
God.
of the
Bucky's
gas
has
stations.
everything. They have the cleanest bathrooms. I mean, you don't have the floor bathroom. Their bathrooms are electronic. It is amazing. I didn't know about this world. It really is. It's outstanding. Yeah. Anyway, they
Bree
have like
said you need a 40 caliber.
I thought about that. I thought about that. I just have to be aware, educate myself more on laws, right? Because it would be cheaper, I already know that, to buy a gun out here in Texas than California, right? But I need to know about traveling across state lines, right? Because see, when I leave here, the path I'm going to take is going through Texas, which takes you forever, and then New Mexico, which takes you another forever, and then Arizona, and then finally LA, right? But in carrying a firearm, I need to know, just in case I'm stopped, what's right and what's not. You know what I mean? What are the laws? So um, kind of
And
read up on
Cali,
that.
Cali don't play about the firearms either. I wonder what that would look like.
And Texas, they, open carry here. Everybody has a gun. Everybody has 15 guns. So if that wouldn't be an issue at all here. You can be a fugitive. I mean, not a fugitive. Forgive me. You can be a felon. Yeah, in certain instances. I'm like, how? And they were like, no, we're just kidding. I'm like, oh, okay, okay, okay. I think that's the only way you can't carry a gun. But your mom has one, your wife has one, something. Yeah. So can so everybody can hear me, but I can't hear them. I can only hear you.
Okay, so because that's
Right? Is
because
that
we're
how it
the
works?
only two people on the panel. Everyone else is in the chat, and Breeze is over here with a whole lot of questions. He's the one that said you need a 40 caliber, but everyone can hear us. And like
Okay,
I
got
was
it.
the only person on the panel, then you came up, which I'm so happy you came up
Okay.
because you done
I just
shocked
wonder.
us all, Angela, with your
Why?
story.
Oh, so you don't want to hear me be in the swing lifestyle, huh? No,
No,
I'm just saying.
no, wait, what?
Kidding. Well, not really, but
Ooh, Angela, you're a good
I'm the
guest.
mother. Remember, I'm the old woman in the group.
Look, your
How
story
old is
better than
everybody?
mine.
How old is everybody? Can I ask that question? Can anybody type that and tell you and tell me?
I know Breeze is 46. He was in the
Breezy's
chat. He's
46. I
always
got
in the
12
chat.
years on you.
You know, I'm 31.
Oh, I already know that.
Emperor's, I think Emperor's in his 50s, like you said. Okay, so Breeze said LA is the only place you need to worry. Because I know LA has some crazy
Oh
gun
well, no,
laws.
I owned a gun back in California, so I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about everywhere else I travel to.
He said
Yeah.
LA is the only place you need to worry. He said yes, fugitive. But y'all let us know how old you are. You know, some people be pocket watching and don't want to say nothing in the chats.
Oh yeah,
Um, we,
they're in the bushes.
we were just talking about
Right.
that.
Yeah, I know, right? Y'all in the bushes. That's okay. Be in the bushes, but click the like.
Oh my
Click.
goodness!
Click. Look.
I
Let me
did.
talk in my what's it called?
Go go ahead, Stacy, and your little operator voice.
My what's your name voice. Please click the like button. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, Emperor said I disrespected him. He said 50s. No, I'm in my mid 40s. You did tell me it was 44, right? I'm sorry.
Oh.
Emperor is the Lord of moderators, and he talks like he has so much sense that I always mess it up. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay.
He said, "Don't try to play me. Look, one thing you cannot do is add years on nobody's life."
Well, alrighty then.
He said, "I know I got an old soul, but damn."
So
Okay,
you're
almost
44.
44. Okay. But
Okay.
see, people
Okay.
out here reacting so foolish on YouTube
Yeah.
that you just when you hear somebody with some sense, you're like, oh, they got to be grown.
Mm, yeah. And that makes you be on guard too for your channel because you don't want any children in your channel as well.
Yeah, I had some people in the chat that were like, I'm 8 or I'm 9. Like, okay, this is getting kind of weird.
Yeah, right. And they could probably be 89, but they just want to play games. You know how people are. So, ridiculous, but whatever.
Yeah, ridiculous. Like, well, go over there to my daughter's channel. Ava's Playtime. You can't say nothing over there. It ain't no
Right,
chat or comments. But why you over here? And
right.
then I was wondering with those people like, is YouTube watching this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that type of stuff.
I believe that they monitor, but I don't know anything about it, so don't give me the line. But, that's just like you don't believe the federal government can find out what they want to find out? Sure, they can. I'm just, you watched enough movies to know that the government can do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah, they sure can.
Yeah, they can.
They
Yeah.
sure can. So you
They
can
know what
type
color my
whatever you
panties
want.
are. And I'm like, damn, when you find them, tell me. It's just any old thing, right? It's like, are you serious right now, government? Okay. What you cooking for dinner? You tell me, shit, so I truly believe that. You good, Mr. Breeze? You good?
Bree said, and I'm grateful God got me looking good. He know he fine.
That's right. Good. If you don't know, who gonna know? I don't know though. I'm grateful that you guys say what you say about me. That's so funny. That
Look,
is
I be knowing because I be looking. I be like, I want to see who I'm talking to. I go on your page. I'll
Yeah.
be looking through your Instagram. I'm very nosy.
Well, that's me. Breeze know I got underarm hair. So he know that's real. I don't even
we
know how
be
to Photoshop, right?
we
Actually, I
be
don't have any
investigating.
now. That was earlier this year, so I don't have any now though, but my hair doesn't grow really like that. I don't know. For some reason my locks really grow, but hair everywhere else, wink wink, doesn't grow that fast.
Well,
So
that's not a bad thing, though, Angela.
no, I'm not saying it's just neither here nor there to me. I don't care.
You know what?
Yeah.
I was with somebody and they were like, "You shave your armpits." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
What? Like some men really don't even care.
Right.
Some do.
Some are, I truly believe me that hair is there for a reason. It's a protective factor in my mind, right? But I've been in all aspects of it. So it really, really doesn't matter to me. It's not something I think about every day. No, the only thing I would be concerned with is if I had hair coming out my nose. That's looking a little werewolfish. So yeah, I might do something about that. But I got scissors for that too.
Yeah, it's so weird in life because like people want you to be like completely hairless, but then when y'all
Yeah.
see bald headed women, y'all got a problem with it. It's
Come
like, well,
on
you
through
gotta
and
pick
say
it.
it. Come on through. Right. Ain't that something? So you got a problem with my alopecia, huh? You want me to be bald in other places, but on top of my head, I gotta have something. Is that right? Wow. Okay, that's what we doing. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing, right?
Yeah,
Freaking
y'all
amazing.
too picky. Empress said, "I don't like food in my hair though." Wink, wink.
You don't like what?
He don't like. He said, "I don't like food in my hair though." Wink, wink. You get what he's saying?
Well, I'm assuming he mean he don't want to choke on a guitar string. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He said, "Kojak After Dark, sponsored by Lady Big Razors."
Wow.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Okay, touche on that one.
But I feel like this: if you're not going downtown, what's the problem? But you know what? Everybody has their preference.
Well,
Everybody
I
can
like you
pick
to
what they
manscape.
want.
I like them to manscape. You can have hair. Just I don't want to choke on a guitar string. So just, cut it down. That's all. Just keep it short. We good. I don't want to be able to braid it. Right? So no. No, that ain't cute. No, we're not doing that. On natural. No, that's that naked and afraid shit on TV. I ain't trying to hear that. No, we're not doing that, sugar. Nope. We're not doing that. You want me to cut? I'll cut it for you. No problem. I ain't scared. Yeah, you can do me. Let's Norocco each other. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's fine with me. I ain't got a
Bree
problem.
said, "We love Angela. We do. And Angela, you're always in the chat, and we love you. But
Yeah.
now that you done came up here,
Oh my
we done
God. How funny
heard,
you guys are silly.
we done heard the voice."
The voice, right? I sing too, believe it or not. But anyway.
Ooh, okay, sing us something.
Oh, come on, y'all. Now, we ain't doing that tonight. Now, Jesus, well,
Okay,
I
when you
will just another time.
okay, when Lady comes up here, y'all can sing together. Cause she be singing to too. Bree said,
Okay.
Angela, I forgot how funny you are. Yeah, Angela
What?
got me. Angela, when we leave this live stream tonight, I'm gonna be thinking about your story. You know
Yeah.
how you watch certain movies like Get Out, and then the whole next day you be thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I'll be with your story. Like be processing the whole damn thing.
I know the book is coming out this November. No, I just know it's not. I'm joking. No, it's not. Shit. I ain't got time. Hell no. I'm fighting. I'm struggling though. I am.
Ooh.
I am. I'm struggling because I don't want to go back to California, but I don't want to be here. But I don't want to be there. So, but I have to. I
Mm,
am definitely leaving Wednesday. Definitely. And that's
okay.
pushing it. Yeah. Because again, I have a horrible, horrible appointment Saturday. Yeah. Bummer. But we don't want to talk about that. Moving on.
I was just about to ask you what kind of doctor you going to on Saturday, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna
Oh
leave it
no, I
alone.
have a no. I mean, I'll tell it. It's just I don't mind talking about the doctors. I really am struggling. It's what is it? Jovial, as I might sound. I, everybody has their own struggles, and I'm struggling with being in California. I really don't want to be there. I grew up in California. I went to California when I was 7. I was born in St. Louis, Missouri, in the Lou, and my mother's youngest sister, rest in peace, Edna Louise, got sick. So she came to California to take care of her. My mother was the eldest of no, the second eldest of 13. And she was born in this little city called Tunica, Mississippi. Right. So we moved from my sister, my mother, and I moved from St. Louis, Missouri to Tunica, Mississippi, and she left us with her mother, our grandmother, an evil bitch. And so, but she did, so whatever. Um, our mother came to Cali and then got us probably, I don't know, maybe close to a year later. She came, sent for us. That was the first time I ever been on a plane. And that was when I was 7 years old. That was back in 19. Look, y'all probably weren't even born. 1974. I think it was 72 or 74. Whenever I was 7, y'all do the math. I told you how old I am. So, yeah. And I've been in Cali ever since. Now I've traveled different places, especially being older in the Caribbean and blah 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 stuff like that. But um, Cali, I might as well be a Cali girl. You know what I mean? Being there since I was 7, but I don't want to live there anymore. I don't. I love California, absolutely love it, but I don't want to live there anymore. So that's why I'm trying to take it in stride that this happened to me, because maybe now I won't lie to you. I feel even in the bad times with my car breaking down and being too hot and driving on the road without the AC going, but it's 107 outside in Vegas, it just it's still a certain amount of freedom that I can just breathe. It feels so good. And I'm still sticky and funky and goddamn, I need a shower, but it feels so good. Yeah. So I'm not at too much of a not peace place in my life. Still struggling with some things, but more good than bad. I'm more in 65 range good. So yeah, I can be honest about my life for real. Can I say the F word on here, or I should just skip from that?
Oh, go ahead and say it, girl. You know
I can
what,
say
girl? Go
I'll
ahead
just
and say.
say F word. That it's interesting that only Hispanic men that come up to my eyes have tried to F me since I've been here. How interesting is that?
I did not
I'll
expect you to
wait.
say
Look, comment, please. Think it's hilarious, right?
I did
Not
not
one
expect
black
you to say
man has
that.
tried to say anything to me. Not one. Not saying anything. I've dated. I can tell you. I should tell you what have not dated instead, because that list is shorter. Yeah. But anyway, only Hispanic men have tried to f me since I've been here. Are you kidding me right now? You the only good thing is that I know you can reach my breast because you come up to my eyes, but
Ooh.
nothing above that. Where are there's no tall essays up in this mug. What? Come on now.
Angela,
Yes,
remind
ma'am.
us how tall you are. How tall did you say you were?
I swore up and down. Okay, I'm 5'5". I'm 5'5", 185. So like I said, the picture you see, and I'll even go as far as to say that yellow dress has nothing under it. That's me. And I have no makeup on. Maybe I have lip gloss. I'm a lip gloss fanatic. I just am. I probably got about 3 or 4 or 5 or 7 lip glosses here in my hotel room. I'm a lip gloss fanatic. And every once in a while, I'll put on some fake lashes. If I don't put the glue, I put the glue in my eye the other night. Remember I said that, sis?
Ooh, girl,
I couldn't, I don't know how to put on lashes, right?
neither.
I don't. So I was trying to put the lashes on, and then the freaking I stuck myself in the eye with my fake nails. I said, "Oh damn it!" So my eyes getting red, and then I put the glue in my eye. I said, "Oh damn it!" And then I had to rinse with the cold water. So I got one red eye and one clear eye, and I didn't give it down. Whatever. I look like the Terminator or some shit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But them Hispanic men be liking black women.
Hmm?
Them Hispanic men be liking black women.
Oh
And you're
yeah,
in
but they don't
San
want to take you.
Antonio.
Most of them don't want
It's
to take you home though. But
yeah, that's true. But you're in San Antonio. I imagine that there's a lot of Hispanics.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And then going in some of these different game rooms, especially like I said, I was doing research and trying to find out about them. A lot of them are not in some of the best areas, right? And out what stood out to me is that the ones that you see that are smokers and or dealers are black. Not one Hispanic, not one white, not one Asian, right? Not one Middle Eastern, all black. Period. I said, I'd be damn. Really?
Angela, let me ask you this, because I remember there was that one story about that man you were talking about who was like he detailed your car and he was
Puerto
acting
Rican.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was my question. Dang, he was Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. And last night, yesterday, I have friends out here. And my friend and her mother both work for game rooms, two different ones. And I went to the one where her mother works. And then after there, we were going to another game room. I shouldn't have done that because I was so tired. But when I went, I literally fell asleep in my car. So she was getting off of work. It was around midnight. What time is it in Atlanta right now? It's 1 hour past me, I think.
It's 908.
Yeah, because look, I got to put on my readers. Bitches old. Let's see, 8. Okay, yeah, and it's 8:08 here. All right. So she said, "Go ahead. I'll meet you at this game room, and we'll gamble for a little while, and then she's gonna go home, and I'm come back to the hotel." Cool. I made it there before her, but I just happened to not go inside yet, and I'm fiddling around with stuff, and I feel myself tired. I know not. I always say tired, but I wasn't tired. I was sleepy. I literally fell asleep in my car running, everything in park, doors locked. I'm in the parking lot and I fell dead asleep. I didn't wake up until she called me. It wasn't a long time, but I'm just saying. She called me. She said, "I'm inside." And I said, "I'm going back to what you were saying." She knows about the guy. She had an incident with him as well. And I said, "Is he in there?" And she said, "Yeah, he's here." I said, "Oh, well, I'm not coming inside." She said, "No." I said, "Girl, I'm sorry. I even fell asleep. Otherwise, I would have been in there." She said, "Well, if you fell asleep, maybe you should just gone on to the hotel." I said, "You ain't said nothing but a word." So that's what happened to me last night or early this morning, whatever. And he was there. And I don't want a confrontation with him because I'm going to believe what you said when you said you're going to regret saying the things that you said to me. Right. Or texting. And I wish I knew how to post stuff because I can post the proof of what he said to me. Basically, I'm supposed to have a dick in every orifice of my body.
What?
Yeah. Yep. And I said, "You know what? And if you're talking about yours, yeah, you need to go and let me give it to you." Is that right? That's what we doing? Mr. Come up to my eyebrows. That's what we're gonna do? Okay. All right. That's
Angela, you be careful out here.
I'm good.
You
I'm
be
good.
careful out here.
I'm good, but I won't. Oh well, you mean in general, yeah. Because I'm about to say, if you mean Texas, I'm out of here. And
And no, I just mean
Wednesday.
general.
In general, yeah. And you know what? You're right. Like Bree said, well, he said he'd be worried about his lady, but see, I'll tell your lady, hey, be careful with your traveling because your husband's worried about you. That's right. But I gotta live my life. I gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah.
Girl, I'll be sitting in the house.
No, I
Sitting in
can't.
the house scared. You on
I
the
can't.
road.
This country is so big and vast and beautiful. How is it, that I haven't been to this forest or this ocean or that lake? I have never been to Michigan. Remember we were talking about going to Detroit? I
Yeah.
want to go to Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, all of that, everything. I've been to Louisiana, but I haven't seen. Oh yeah, I have seen Pontchartrain. So never mind. I'll take that back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I definitely want to travel more. But have you always wanted to live in a van? Like, has this always been your dream, or it kind of just came
No,
about recently?
it came about recently, probably in the last 5 years, 5 to 7 years. Yeah. And so I said that I wanted to retire when I got around 63. I wanted to do about 5 more years. And then is when that's why I'm having um, some issues, if you will, because I did not get to plan this, right? This happened upon me quickly, very quickly. We're talking about, I've been in my car since November of last year. Right after my birthday, I did things and been in my car mostly. We'll put it that way, right? And it came upon me, right? I didn't get to plan this. I wanted to do this after retirement. But after retirement, I'm talking about, again, if anybody is seriously interested, watch one or two or three van life videos on YouTube, even the short ones. And you will see, the showers and the full stoves. And, I was going to save up for all of that and have, a nice van. I didn't want a mobile home, right? I didn't want an RV. I wanted these pimped out vans they have, you guys, that are phenomenal. Oh my God. And so now it does cost now. Don't get me wrong. It does cost to live on the road, right? And I truly believe that my cost is lower because what we have in common. I love to cook so much, right? Ex caterer, just like you. But I didn't go to culinary school. I have no professional training. I just delved deep and read books and practice cutting and preparing. And I love when you taught everyone the wrap for when you are simply doing a tray of food that you're about to transport, and how you show them how to actually saran wrap it properly where it
Mhm.
wouldn't fall. I was like, girl, right. They don't know, I knew it, but I was just, my mouth was hanging open because I was like, oh God, a real person is talking to people, teaching them something professionally known, right? Those little bitty tricks to things really do help people. Appreciate you for that, by the way, sis. Um, so that's all I want to do. All I want to do is travel and cook. Period. That's it.
Well, that works out for me because all I want to do is travel, eat, and cook.
The eating part, not so much, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I love to eat, right? But ain't that funny? I want to go to Italy. Never been, and what they have cheese everywhere. Yeah. Oh God. Right? Oh, you saw what I was typing in earlier. I was
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
yucky,
you like
yucky,
cheese?
yucky, yucky, yuck,
What?
yucky, yucky, yuck. Cheese grits. I cook
Girl,
them.
and I'll be putting cheese on
Oh,
all my stuff too. I never would have
oh
thought
my
that, but
God.
I appreciate you watching my content
Oh
and
God.
telling me, in
Absolutely.
specifics what you love. Because it's like
Yeah.
you'll be watching some of these channels and they just show you the end result. But some people
Yeah.
need to know how you got there.
Yeah, no, you go with the real. I understand some prepping that, you're trying to save time. You might not want that video to be that long, whatever. It takes a lot. I do understand it. The only thing I can say about me with that is that I'm doing a little bit of vlogging, but I haven't shared it or anything like that. I've just recorded some things and that's it. I don't know how to edit like you guys do. And, it's not monetized I'm not, there yet. I'm still in limbo in my life. You
But you
know,
know what? As far as the van life goes, that's a
yeah,
whole
it's a whole world.
situation. And people love to know about stuff like that. Like there's people who be living in their vans who got like thousands of subscribers. So you could do it on that.
I
There's this
know.
girl
I'm
on my
trying to
Facebook.
maybe later.
on my Facebook group who lives in a well, she doesn't live in the semi. She's a truck driver, and she
Mm-hmm.
shows you
Mm-hmm.
how to cook on the road. And she be making some great meals out of her truck, and it's like
Yeah.
fascinating. And I
Yeah.
be watching them.
Yeah. That's me. I actually was gonna be a truck driver, but I don't want to live a life that I have to do it anymore.
Mm.
I don't want to have to do anything except, you know, breathe and eat and shit and vote. That's it. Right. I've been celibate for 9 years, so I ain't gotta
What,
do
girl? What
that.
you
But
waiting on?
I've done the one night stand thing quite a bit. I'm good.
Okay, so celibate is when you're waiting
Why
till
did I open my
marriage.
mouth with that? Huh?
Celibate is when you're waiting till marriage, or is that abstinence?
No, no, no. I'm abstinent. I haven't been with anybody sexually in 9 years.
But what is the one that you're waiting for marriage?
Actually almost 10. I'm not waiting. It just happens that way.
Okay.
Time goes by, right? You gain weight over time. And sometimes you don't even notice, right, how big you're getting, right? Or that you're gaining until you've gained it, right? You only notice weight when you're losing it. Don't you notice that? When you're losing weight, you're like, oh damn. So maybe I did come down an inch. These pants feel a little looser. But when you gaining it, shit, you gaining it, right? You living la vida loca. You just going. But when you get there, you're like, damn, I can gain some weight, huh? Uh, so that's the same way with sex. It's like, hey, I ain't been horizontal in a while with nobody. Damn. But you done bought two massagers. Go figure. Let's think about this now, right? Let's think about this.
Woo! Okay,
Couldn't
so
wait.
Emperor came with the
I couldn't
correction.
wait for Black Friday to come around. $45, sign me up. Yeah. Get the kink out your neck and the kink out of something else too. Hallelujah.
Would you be doing that on the road?
Why not? I told you I got memory foam in the back of my car.
Girl.
Child man, what you gotta do? I've okay, here's something real personal. I've done the number two in my car quite a few times. I know. I know.
Yeah, that sounded crazy. I never
Yep. It's gotta
did all
happen.
that. You done broke that car in.
It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. And no, my car doesn't smell like number two. It's gotta happen. You find yourself having diarrhea at 2 o'clock in the morning. What
Woo,
you gonna do?
girl.
I'm just saying. I told you I'm real.
I still
What
gotta
are you
eat
gonna
dinner.
do? What are you gonna do? You're not close to a Planet Fitness if it's open 24 hours, right?
Oh
You
yeah, because
don't
you're
want
on
to
the
go to a
road.
gas station because that's nasty as hell, right? And the only thing that's open is McDonald's, and they ain't gonna let you inside because it's only the drive-through. So what you gonna do? Okay, so I have a portable
Girl.
toilet.
See,
I
that's why I
do what I
can't
have
live
to
your
do.
lifestyle. I ain't about that
It's
life.
not easy. It's not for the weak at heart. It's
I'll
not.
be crying.
I've cried a few times, not just for that, right? I've cried because I'm alone. Oh well, no, I've cried because I'm lonely. I don't mind being alone. I love being with me. We some bad bitches. Three of them. Me, myself, and I. That's the only people I trust. Yeah, that's it. I understand having besties and friends and all of that, and you have trust. But truly, I trust no one. Who had that
Mm.
tattoo? Tupac or somebody? Trust no one. I loved it. And I have tattoos, natural ones. Wink, wink.
Well, girl, I'm scared to ask you.
Well, stretch marks I'm talking about.
Oh, I was like, what's a natural tattoo, girl?
I don't have one I wanted a tattoo, but I don't have any tattoos. I don't. I only wanted one and I'm a Garfield fanatic and I wanted a Garfield tattoo. But here I'm about to open up another door, Pandora's box, right? But I felt like I was too black, too dark to have Garfield. Yeah, I have the black girl syndrome. I don't know if people grow out of it, but I haven't. Yeah. I have a mother that told me my sister is caramel like you. And I'm that dark chocolate, but dark chocolate is better for you. Wink, wink. But anyway, Getting dressed at well, maybe you guys don't know this, but getting dressed in the kitchen early in the morning, get ready to go to school. St. Louis is cold as hell outside. Matter of fact, it's freezing. The stove got the eyes on. I don't know if y'all know what the eyes to the stove is. The burner's on, and your mama lotioning your sister down, and you hearing it, right? Before we
What?
go in there and put your clothes on. So your mama get you in the kitchen, try to keep you warm while it's a little cold in the house, and she lotioning my sister down. Okay, don't you be ashy. You gotta lotion you down, make sure you good. All right, now go in there, put your clothes on, get ready. And then I come in the kitchen, and my mother grabbed the Vaseline. And she specifically looked me dead in my eyes while she grabbing this Vaseline and rubbing it all over my body. And let me tell you something. You make sure, you make sure your ass don't never ever walk out this mother house ashy because you too dark. And you not gonna embarrass me. You hear me? Yes, mama. All right. Now here you go. Now I got grease all over me, and I'm walking back in the room, and I knew that I would always be different. She implanted that in me. I'm fighting tears. Yep.
Wow.
That was serious. Yep. I was like, damn, really? And to this day, I'm still that little black girl. And and you'll never be better than that little light skinned one. So you must do better because you're always gonna be that little black girl. So you gotta fight harder than that. To a certain respect, she's right. But I'll be damned. Yeah, silence, right? Is anybody typing?
Yes, Emperor did say that, yeah, using the oven for a heater did that growing up at my grandma's house.
That's
This
right.
is why it's so important for our children to have good childhoods because it is a foundation for their lives. You know
You
what I'm
absolutely
saying?
right.
Like the
You
things
better know it.
that
You better know it.
get said to a child will stick with them forever. Like how he said, we talked about Disney World and Disneyland. How your parents said you were gonna go, you never went. Like
Yeah, I
just
mean,
little things
later
like
on in life, but
that.
yeah, I just use
Things
that for
like
an
that.
example. But yeah,
But I think it was Emperor. Somebody said in the chat earlier that their parents said that they never went. Things like
yeah.
that matter
See, it really
so
does.
much.
That's how
And
it formed me later in life. I don't like to use the word hate. I don't like to use the word promise. I definitely don't. Well, I don't know came from me. I do not believe in I don't know if you're an adult. I just don't. I just think that you're lazy and you don't take out the time to tell someone or express someone how you really feel of why what you did or what you said. I don't know. And I call that I don't know as a child's answer. And it will always be that to me. And that's the only time it's acceptable. If Ava said that she don't know why she did something, she probably don't. She don't have that yet. Right? And I'm not saying she's excused because some things you might know. You know what I'm saying? If you kick that little boy at school, you know why you did it. You probably like him, right? You hit somebody and run.
yeah,
But I can understand it being a little confusing in your life because you're young. But when you're older, you know why you did what you did. You know why you said what you said. I can't stand that bitch. And in that same breath, I love you. You know why you did what you did. You know why you said what you said. You know. So don't tell me you don't know. I won't even say nothing to you. I just probably walk away because I don't have the patience for it. When you get old, you might fart. You don't have the patience for. Excuse me, my bad. Just please. I'm just
well,
saying.
Angela, I'm glad you came up here, and I hope that you come back up next time. Cause woo, you got a lot to talk about,
Oh,
girl.
I'm
You
quiet.
don't need to be a keyboard warrior. You need
I'm
to be a
I'm quiet. That's
panelist.
it. I'm done. I'll never be back.
But Angela, I was only gonna do an hour up here, but then you came up, girl. We've been talking for almost 2 hours and
I
19 minutes.
apologize.
No, you're fine. But I'm gonna do another live stream, eat dinner. But let me get your final thoughts about us getting
What?
6K, the kickback. Let me get your final thoughts for the show.
Yeah, their thoughts, not mine. I'm good. I know me.
No, your final thoughts, because you on the
Right.
panel.
No, I
They
don't
don't get to
have any.
say. You don't have no final thoughts about
I
everything you
just be
said.
you. Just really find out who you are. I'm still doing it, and I'm gonna be 58 in November. I got a good baseline of who I am, right? But but then if I find myself in the evergreens, who am I then? Um, when am I gonna feel? I can't wait. Um, Stop trying to anticipate so daggone much. Stop taking things so daggone seriously. Why? God willing, you're gonna wake up tomorrow and have another chance to do it all over again. You really will. You really will. No, for real, you really will. Right? As long as your eyes open up, just stop for just a second. Right? And whatever is greater than you, thank it. I don't care if it's Buddha or a dog or a lamb or a piece of lettuce. It might be greater than you in your mind. Okay, right. Then go on and appreciate whatever is greater than you. Period. That's just do that. Just do that. Because somebody might come along and take that piece of lettuce and that's their salad. But you're gonna miss it like a motherfucker, right? So then you know that something can be taken away from you just that fast. Well, it happened to me. And look at my life now. In my mind, my job was taken. But look at me now. So appreciate what you. That's all.
Angela, we love you, girl.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, we love you.
Yeah.
And you always told me you're like, I'll come up and share my story, but what
Yeah.
you shared
Sure.
today,
Yeah.
girl, we might have to not go live tomorrow to process everything.
Uh oh. Watch out there. No, no, no. Hootie gang, gang, gang. It's all
And look,
good.
I always tell y'all when you see somebody's name in the chat versus when they join the panel, it gives you a whole different look. And it puts
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a face and a voice to the name. It really does change the game. That's why I do these open panel shows so that y'all can come up here. And I'm honored when it's the first time y'all ever came up.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
honored
wow,
that you listen
I
and that
look,
all of you listen.
I done popped your virginity.
Okay. Right?
But Angela, don't be no stranger, girl. Come up
Yes,
and talk
ma'am.
to us when we come back. But thank you for coming up and sharing your story. I'm gonna drop you down and close the show out.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
Then
you
I'm gonna go
guys.
eat some dinner.
That's
And
right. I know. Right. I still haven't cooked my ribeye, and I'm gonna cook my ribeye in the hotel room because why? I have an electric skillet, from living on the road. Tell the truth, shame the devil, girl. Go ahead.
and
I'm gonna eat.
Angela, you stay safe. Thank you so
Yes,
much
ma'am.
for coming up.
Thank you. Thanks, you
All right.
guys.
All right. All right, Foodie Gang. This is a 6K celebration and the kickback. And shout out to Angela Hurd for coming up. She has been supporting the show since we have been in Alaska. And I am always honored when people come up for the first time, second time, third time, 10th time. Like, I love talking to y'all. We are going to eat dinner. I was only gonna do an hour on this show, but we done cooked also almost 2 hours and 30 minutes. I am gonna eat a late dinner. Um, that will be only on YouTube. So tap into the YouTube channel. Shout out to Facebook, but when I do my cooking content, I am normally on YouTube. YouTube is my home. That's my hangout spot. And the Emperor said, peace and blessings. And also, we love Emperor too, the Lord of the moderators. I am very, very honored that he even make time to moderate on my channel. Because Emperor is a busy, busy man. I'm gonna hit y'all with the outro video. I'm gonna get the food ready. Like I said, we're gonna be on YouTube. I thought we're gonna end our night. Y'all, today I didn't. When you do an open panel show, you never really know what to expect. Angela has been watching this channel for a long time. That is the first time she ever came up, put a voice to the name, and we learned a lot, y'all. We learned a lot. Let me hit y'all with the outro video. Let me get up out of here. Woo! We learned a lot. Great show. Thank you for everyone that stopped by. Shout out to the moderators, the members as well, and all the support. We are at 6K and counting. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep making content, and I'll see y'all next one. Peace. Foodie gang gang gang. 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 This is Chef Big Bank. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and leave a comment down below. Join the channel and receive exclusive perks, emojis,